What's going on, guys? This is Smitty with the Pro Polishers Academy, and today we'll be going over part 2 of what not to do in paint correction. Stick around.
Welcome to the Modern Professional Polishers Academy, where we answer daily questions, give you tips and tricks, and motivation to help you navigate the world of paint correction.
And today we're going to discuss jumping straight into a project without taking precautions on what needs to be done to your vehicle that you have in your shop. So with any vehicle, you need to be cautious with what you're going to be doing. You need to be reading and gauging the paint to know what's going on exactly with the paint, but especially with something like the Acura NSX that we have in, because it's an older vehicle and it's also a vehicle that someone may not want to take apart and repaint. So I bring that up to say you really have to be careful to make sure you don't burn anything. So read all the panels that you can, get all the information that you can about that vehicle, ask the owner if they know anything about the paint history, whether or not it's been repainted. This vehicle may have been repainted on the rear quarter because there are a lot of rotary burns on the quarter that stop at the door. So there could have been a defect that somebody tried to chase out from the factory paint, or it could have been repainted. So once we gauged the vehicle, we knew that it had not been repainted. Simply, somebody may have been trying to get a scratch out because everything lines up as far as the gauging between the door and the trunk lid and everything around that rear quarter. So always be cautious. You don't want to jump right into a project without knowing exactly what's going on with it, especially if you're just getting started. If you've got some time behind the machine and you've done an X amount of a specific vehicle, say 2015 to 2020 BMWs or Mercedes, you've done so many of them and you know what that paint is like from the factory, you still want to be cautious and have your gauge, but you can get a feel for what's going on with that type of vehicle from that era in the automotive industry. But if you run across a vehicle you've never touched before, and especially if it's an older vehicle, you have to be super careful because that vehicle could shut down your whole business if something were to go wrong. So that's it for today, guys. We'll catch you next week for what not to do in paint correction. The paint is waiting on you. Peace.